Yo, so I just kind of wanted to talk about Overwatch a little bit because it's weird, man. It's really weird. It's a game I haven't played in a very, very long time. I've stepped away from it. I've certainly given up from it, and like when I think about it, when I was really in, because it was my life for like 2 or 3 years. When it came out, I had beta access for months, and I just didn't play it. I just didn't care. And then I played it once, and I was fucking hooked from then on, you know? And I just kind of want to talk kind of how, I don't know, how the game just went from where it was to now. There's obviously some things that can't be discussed because I don't fucking know, right? I don't know what decisions led them to do certain things, why they did this, why they did that. Because there is a definite separation between the casual side of things and the competitive side of things, right? And the truth is, no matter what game, you need the casual player base to survive. It needs a casual player base. All of those mythic raiders in World of Warcraft, they didn't have the casual player base that logged on once a week to try and get invincible on their 8 different characters. If they didn't have those kinds of people, the game wouldn't have the money to exist. It just wouldn't. You need the casual player base. No matter what game it is, you need it. A lot of the people on like Reddit or big forums or elitists or veterans, like even like you'll even see a lot of like even mythic raiders are always saying, oh, they should do this, they should do that, they should do this, they should change this. Oh, this was so good, blah, 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 blah. But the problem is it's bad for casuals, and the game has to be catered to casuals, and the elitists like me don't want the game to be catered to casuals. But if it's not, then the game fucking dies. Just fucking dies, you know? And that's what happened to Overwatch. It tried to get too competitive, too quickly, gave itself no room, and it fucking murdered itself. And it sucks, because I loved playing Overwatch. I really did. I used to be really fucking good at it, too. Really, really fucking good. To the point where I was actually, I think the team was Hammer Esports. I don't remember who was on it at the time. But I applied and was doing tryouts for Hammer Esports, and I got denied. I got my application, well, I wouldn't say application, but my tryout was denied, which I later learned they thought I was cheating. Dude. Like, it sucks I got denied because that's a team that was actually like making money, but like, holy shit, man. How incredible I felt when I heard that. I was ecstatic, dude. My head grew 4 times larger that day, you know? It was crazy. People who play the game and are paid to play the game at maybe like a T3-ish level at the time, right? Thought I was cheating, you know? I mean, there was accusations around, like, a lot of people, like, I think, like, the TJO boys, people were suspect of them. But, like, that's... But keep going into the competitive. I'll get sidetracked by, by random stories all I want to. But keep going into competitive. They made... Overwatch League was perhaps the worst decision they could have ever made for the longevity of the game. It was a massive disaster that they didn't recover from. Because one of the things that they did with Overwatch League is they made it so fucking nobody could have any reasonable tournaments ever. They capped, I don't remember what the cap was, but it was really low how much prize money you could give over the course of a year because what they did is essentially said, hey, you need a license from us to be allowed to run tournaments with our game. And they essentially killed every single tournament that was an Overwatch League. So what they ostensibly did, and actually, before I get to that, here's why they did it. Actually, my opinion on why they did it. Blizzard, as a company, has never gotten over, maybe not the people there, but the uppers, the execs, you know, the only see numbers money grubber fuckers, right? Those people. Blizzard has never recovered from losing Dota from a Warcraft 3 mod. Their mentality has never recovered from that. Literally ever. In all of their decisions, and all of the control stems from that. You can even see it, and this is why I believe it, in the recent re-release of Warcraft 3 Remastered. Any type of game modes or things or whatever you're doing, things that you create yourself, are considered Blizzard IP and property. Intellectual Blizzard property. If you create it in Warcraft 3 Reforged, and you cannot get original Warcraft 3 anymore. So anybody who gets it wants to anything. It's theirs. It's Blizzard. It's mine, my precious. Those motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers and what they did to the game. So, because they couldn't let go, because everything had to be in their iron fucking grip, they made the Overwatch League. We'll shop it around. Oh, man. Oh, you're gonna be like the Dallas Cowboys. We're gonna have stadiums. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up, execs. Stadiums, Dallas Cowboys. It's a fucking video game. I mean, things as they're moving and as more, I guess, esports shit is getting more and more in the whole zeitgeist of everything is and will be big. It is big, but it will be bigger as it continues to grow, right? But they wanted that pie to themselves. So they shopped around and they told, hey, Envy, you can't have Team Envy. You have to be... What did they do? What was that? Did they go into the Houston Outlaws? No, was that OG? The Houston Outlaws. Dallas Cowboys. The fucking... No, sorry. The Dallas Fuel. I think that was Envy, because I think... Was that Hastro? Yeah, I think it was. And they shopped it around, and they sold it around, but the one thing they did is the game hadn't even really been out that long. And the real retrospective things. Like, Alienware monthly melees, like, these little... Like, all these little tournaments and shit. Like, here. See this? Rocket Esports. That's me. That's me on there. This fucking guy, Deadly, literally gave up his hit scan spot to me because he believed in me. Deadly will always be a fucking homie for doing that. You will always have my respect for doing that. I believe Majesty was... Pulsus was our main support. I think initially, did we have Moth? I don't remember. Moth obviously went on to play on Shock, I think. I like their academy. I think he was on mainstay. Cloneman's a cool guy. Majesty played our off support. He mainly played like Zenyatta and shit. And Ultima Wep was our projectile, Genji Pharah, that kind of thing. And we won. We did it. But I mean, after this, we were having trouble. I think one of the things that was funny is we won this, right? But one of the things that ended up happening is, where was it? No, it wasn't on. It was this team. This team right here, Envision, ended up being like, so like these couple teams here at the time I was on Free Smoke. This entire Free Smoke team was all like Motorius was kind of our captain after Kungarna stopped being a thing. And he wanted us to run and play like we were selfless, like back with DeFran and Dak. I think Emong was on the team at the time. I don't remember who else. Was it Sinatra? Yeah, I think Sinatra was the Tracer player, I think. Their team was all attitude, and they fucking smashed. And he wanted us to play like that. So as a side note, I actually had to study how DeFran played and copy him. Which, in turn, later on, I used on a Kings Row game to deny him rank 1. Because I knew how he was going to play. He added me in Discord. He's like, fuck you, man. He was pissed. He wasn't pissed. He's like, man, fuck you. But, like, eventually what ended up happening to us on Rocket is, like, we were losing to, like, these teams. Like, the 3 bigger of the T2 teams, right? So, well, like, Zinni, Kha'Zix, good. McGravy, really good. I think McGravy was even on an Overwatch. Yeah, McGravy was on an Overwatch League team. He was a fucking nasty diva. And I think he's now a coach. I don't remember where Coffee of Darksma is. People know Jaru Note. Cynic was a main tank, although I don't know what he's doing. I think he's in coaching now. I don't remember. But people obviously know Baby Bay. Now Baby Bay is in I think he's doing Valorant. Dogman was doing something. I don't remember what was going on. I don't remember what happened to Remix or Pure or Graceful. I don't remember what happened to these guys, but I remember like playing with these guys. Like this team was I think a bunch of like Quake players and shit. But like I remember like scrimming these guys and playing these guys. But back to the actual thing, right? Back to the actual thing of how Blizzard killed it is because they disallowed all third-party tournaments. One of the worst things Blizzard ever did is killed OGN in terms of Overwatch. OGN had, at the time, better production than any other tournament. Its casters were great. It had fucking memes and jokes. Dude, OGN was so fucking good. I loved watching even OGN in League of Legends. And then when they started doing Overwatch shit, it was great, dude. It was great. Oh, I remember why I was going on that tangent. Essentially, we lost to, in Rocket Esports, we lost to a bunch of teams that we kept losing to teams that were like, oh, we should be beating them. Why aren't we beating them? And then it slowly eroded our team until it kind of fell apart. And then like half the players we kept losing to are Overwatch League players. So, you know, fuck. I had to personally quit playing competitive because essentially I sunk all of my time, all of my money, everything into it. And right when I was at the cusp, like I was really, really good. I was hungry for victory, like literally physically hungry. My meals were, unless there was something extra, which don't get me fucking started on like fast food restaurants that you work at, where if there's extra, instead of throwing it out, you could eat it, but you can't do that because if you prep too much, that means you'll prep too much and then steal food from the like, motherfuckers, dude. Motherfuckers. Fuck you, Fazoli's. Forever. Fuck you for that. So my budget in diet was every other day. All I was able to get calorie-wise was free soda at my job at the time, Fazoli's. And then every other day, I would spend $1 in the dollar section of the Dollar General in town. And I was saving money to the point where I would walk to work, I would walk there, I would walk home. I didn't even want to spend money on gas. I would still pay my insurance, but I didn't want to spend money on that because I was barely making it by as is. And the most notable best meal I was getting was a can of ravioli every other day. That's what I ate. So I gave it everything I could to the point of near to a bankruptcy. You know, I had to borrow money from my parents and then to pay rent. And then after that happened, I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. Because the team I was on at the time, not Rocket Esports, but the team before that, we had an org, and they said, hey, you know, you haven't been putting results up. You put results up in this tournament, you win, get you on a contract, $400 a month. $400 per player. And guess what? We won the tournament. The last two games we played, losers bracket finals into finals, it was best of 5. We went 0-2 into a 3-2 sweep both times. And then the org up and vanished. And then I had no money and had no food and I had to quit. It just is what it is. That's why money is so important. Even just a little bit for the growth of lower tier players, of people like me who are trying to make it there but need just a little more. But because Blizzard put a fucking stronghold, a cutthroat iron grip, and essentially killed every fucking tournament because they capped the amount of prize money you could give out by year. Tournaments who tried to make themselves known and live and have casters and try and become successful, smaller tournaments couldn't exist. There was no organic growth in the scene because Blizzard had to have it all to themselves. And I know people that work at Blizzard. And guess what? There's a lot of cool people that work at Blizzard. There's a lot of cool people that work in video games in general. Because they like video games, you know? They want to make cool stuff. They want to share cool stuff with other people. But unfortunately, those people don't get to make choices. The people who see the spreadsheets and the numbers do. And all they can see is, we missed Warcraft 3. We missed Dota. Never again. And they fucking killed it. That was the start of the decline of Overwatch. Not casually, but competitively. Even before Overwatch League came out, oh, cool, big success, right? Embedded fucking everywhere, you know? Big success, Overwatch League. It was rotten from the start. The entire system was already rotting from the inside out because they killed any organic growth of any player. Because any team that wasn't in the Overwatch League couldn't make money, couldn't have sponsors, couldn't do any advertisements, couldn't support their players because they had no source of revenue. And you could say, well, academy teams, but it's not enough. There's gotta be a small town grassroots growth from that. But there never was, because early into Overwatch's life, they sold you the fucking fantasy of Crusher 99. You know what I have? Guess what? You want to check out this fucking Hotmail email I have? Here, let me log into it real quick. You want to see this cool email that's pinned in my Hotmail? 6/27/2017. Complete the Overwatch League Scouter Report Survey. See how far your passion can take you. how far my passion can. Just like you monetize the passion of thousands of people within your fucking industry just to wring them dry and spit them out. Just like you did to me. So competitively, it rotted from the inside out because of what they did. But on a casual level, it was kind of weird. Overwatch was a big success. Made, what was that, a fucking $1 billion in loot boxes? $1 billion in online single-made collectible avatars, in stickers, in sprays. Sure, it does take someone a decent amount of time to make that shit, but once it's made, it's there forever. $1 billion. And you know what we got? Same fucking Frankenstein Junkrat Halloween event every year. Same fucking one. Oh, cool. You know what? Every Winston player hated when Halloween came around because on the what map was it? It was the map where May was played a lot. It initially didn't have a side entrance. Fuck. Watch maps. It was... Oh god, what name? What was its name? Overwatch map name. It was the fucking Reinhardt lore map. Where is it? I'm on the website right now. I'm looking for it right now. No, not Lijiang Tower. No, not Eichenwald. Every fucking Winston player hated it because on the left entrance, like if you were attacking after the bridge on the left entrance behind the stone wall, normally it's a sheer drop off, and Winston players love to knock people off there. But guess what? They hated when Halloween came around because... Sorry, shut up, Eichenwald. But they hated when Halloween came around because there was a fucking railing there that interrupted and fucked with the competitive integrity of the map the entire duration of the event. It wasn't even disabled in competitive mode because they couldn't knock people off the map. They would just live. But even then, like I said, the events were never new. We barely got anything like new. They made so much money. We didn't get shit. We had some new characters, but I mean, some people liked goats, some people didn't. For those of you who know what goats is. Back when Overwatch, even to talk about it, had 6 playable characters on a map. How does that happen? You go from 6 playable characters on a map now to Overwatch 2 to 5 playable characters? What happens to your big and bold Overwatch League franchisees? Fuck you, Off Tank. What about Zarya and Diva and what was the other character? There's other Off Tanks. At the time, they turned Orisa into like this weird spear bruiser. But like, why ever pick Zarya and Diva? Why? Why ever pick Zarya and Diva? They're off tanks. They're built off for off tank. McCree right click doesn't. McCree's flashbangs are like a grenade thing now. It doesn't stun, so there's almost no reason to ever use your right click. And now your right click was mainly like a shield or tank buster, which you don't even use anymore now. Ever, because it's just shit. You know what's fun? McCree's right click used to have the same damage as its left click. 70 fucking damage. All 6 shots. Roll. Do it again. Just fucking murder 3 people out of nowhere. Just right click you across the map, randomly get two or three hits. Dead. Zenyatta had 150 health, 1 shot by Widowmaker body shot. Same thing with Tracer. Like, It just sucks, man. It just sucks thinking about Overwatch. Not only because of my personal like journey with it, but what it could have, what really it could have been, you know? I'm just Blizzard just managed it bad and fucked it up from top to bottom. They ruined it. It was so fucking shit. Jeff Kaplan left. One of the most dedicated players of video games, much less Overwatch. People gave old Jeff Cappy a lot of shit, but he was a real one, for sure. And when you make the real ones leave, what's left? And now, because they had a contractual obligation to have Overwatch 2 out and ready for Overwatch League for the people that they somehow bamboozled into giving them a shitload of fucking money for franchising for Overwatch League, Overwatch 2 has to be. So guess what? Overwatch 2's coming. Oh hey, what's the whole primary purpose of Overwatch 2? The PvE mode? Literally the only reason Overwatch 2 exists as a whole? Not some minor UI changes? PvE mode slated for 2023 plus. That shit's fucking dead, bro. One of the funniest stories I ever heard, the funniest things I ever heard, was that there's a group of dudes. I was called the Super Best Friends at the time. Matt, Pat, Willie, and Liam, and they were on their podcast, the Super Best Friends Was it Super Best Friends podcast at the time, or Two Best Friends? I don't know. It was originally The Switcher. That's how fucking much or how long I've watched. Like that channel used to be The fucking Switcher. It was a good channel too, but he told a story. Liam told a story of how he went. I believe he said he went into work, and a guy he sat down next to and talked to said you would always be able to trust the 3 Bs: BioWare, Bethesda, Blizzard. Always be able to trust 3 Bs. Holy fucking shit. Oh, how poorly that fucking aged, man. Holy fuck. Oh my god. 3 of, like, the most downfallen companies of what they used to be. I don't even know what to say anymore, dude. I don't even know what to say anymore. So, I mean, GOATS was one thing. Some people liked it, some people hated it. If you were better as a team tactically, your GOATS would be better, and you'd win more. It was actually pretty consistent, competitive-wise. People didn't like watching it, because it was boring as fuck, because Brigitte probably should have never exist as a character in that fashion, in the way she, like, ruined the game. Then you've got double shield that happened right after. Just shoot into a shield all day. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah. Sigma Orisa, just keep cycling them. Cool beans, dude. Literally, you know why? You know what the biggest problem with GOATS was? D.Va. D.Va was the problem with GOATS. And D.Va was a problem because, for some fucking reason, normally in any video game, if you make an offensive action, it comes at a risk. And if you make a defensive action, it comes at a cost. Right? Of space, of resources, of utility, right? That's how that shit works. But D.Va was allowed to micro rocket and defensive matrix at the same time, which means that she had against whatever player, because anything that actually dealt damage through that, even if you played like Symmetra didn't have enough DPS to kill it, to even kill or eat through D.Va's armor before D.Va would just fucking murder you. Because she would just run into you with micro rockets, you just die. You couldn't fight back inside your health pack as Soldier 76, because guess what? She's eating everything while micro rocketing you, and then she just fucking rots you with her shotguns until you die. So you have to run away. That's why Soldier became so popular, because it's the only hit scan that could live against D.Va. Your job was to literally annoy and waste the enemy D.Va's time. That's what hit scan turned into. But people just stopped playing it because D.Va was such a piece of fucking bullshit. Fuck that character. And all they had to do was make it so you either micro-rocketed or you defense matrix. Because if you micro-rocketed and then defense matrix was locked until the rockets were done, it would allow teams to make plays around it. If you made an incorrect choice with your micro-rockets, you could be counterplayed. You wouldn't just be able to randomly eat Zarya grabs whenever the fuck you felt like it. Enemy ults whenever you felt like it. Stop literally anybody from doing anything. Literally, Ana cannot heal if D.Va's on her. If D.Va was on her. Ana literally couldn't heal. Everything Ana had was projectile. Shut down your main healer right there. Just one character. Oh, and might as well just kill the enemy healer at the healer at the same time too, right? Because you can block all of their healing. Ana can't biotic grenade herself because she just eats it with the matrix while rocketing you, and then she just runs into you shooting her shotguns and melees you and you're dead. Whee! Fun. Whoever did that shit with D.Va, whoever decided that was okay and kept it that way, no joke, honestly, fuck you. Fuck you, whoever did that shit. I think that shit was worse than Brig. Fuck you for doing that. And so, because the casual scene normally some of people watch the competitive shit, and then the toxic elitists in the casual market start forcing the more casual players to play more efficient, then GOATs killed the scene casually because he just face rolled over everything. So instead of fixing it for the casual market, it was kept for competitive. And it ruined the fucking game. Just, once again, another decision made that just rotted it over time. I don't know, dude. I'm just tired. You know? Just tired of not having an FPS. Like, the only feels like real FPS anymore is like CS. It's raw, it's basic. And you know what? It's there. But I'd honestly like to play something new. And Valorant's utility doesn't kill bullshit has obviously set sail. And now we're dealing with Chamber. That, like, cool character. Why did we add another character that literally was the jet dash op problem, but now worse? Who's doing this? Why? Why are you doing this? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Apex isn't fun to play solo. I mean, people like Asu and a couple other guys play it for content, but like that game's not fun solo. There's no like good FPS anymore. At least it just doesn't feel like that. Or like nothing like new. There's Counter-Strike, but Counter-Strike's always Counter-Strike. You want a little flavor. I could wake up and eat fucking Ortega eggs every goddamn morning, but you know what? Sometimes maybe let's put a little Tabasco in there. Let's put a little onion powder, right? I don't know. Maybe this shit's old man yells at cloud, dude. Maybe I just miss what FPS used to be. I'm back to playing MMOs, World of Warcraft. I'm setting up to play Wrath with some friends. I'm raiding Final Fantasy XIV Ultimate with friends, hoping to clear that before Wrath, you know? Who knows? But I need to cut the video because I'm just lost rambling at this. So if you got this far, enjoy your impromptu podcast episode of me. Dude, it is old man yells at cloud. It's the good old days. But who knows? Maybe some people might like it. I don't know. I hope you have a good one. Peace.